Assalamu alaikum. Myself Sharia Rakib, and we are group number 9. So here are my fellow teammates. Today we are going to talk about a interesting topic: how GPS works. GPS stands for Global Positioning System. It's a free global satellite navigation system that helps us users determine the exact location anywhere on the earth. So GPS has become an essential part in our daily lives. We use it for navigation, ride sharing, food delivery, and many other applications. But how you have ever wondered how a phone works with the GPS exact? How can we allocate our location in a second? The GPS system consists of a network of 24 to 32 active satellites orbiting the Earth. These satellites are arranged in a 6 orbital planes, an orbital that an altitude of approximately to 20,000 to 20,200 kilometers above the Earth's surface. These satellites continuously send a signal to GPS receivers such as those in our smartphone, car, navigation device, and by receiving the signal, the device calculate our exact position. Next slide. GPS works through 3 segments in operating together. Here the first segment. This includes 24 to 32 satellites orbit the Earth. These satellites continuously broadcast their position and accurate time signals. The second segment is control segment. The consists of the ground station that monitors the satellites, track their position, and upload their connection whatever necessary to keep the system accurate. In this third segment, this is the user segment. This includes the GPS received found in the smartphones, vehicles, watches, and many other devices. This receives collect signals from the satellite and calculate our actual position. So these 3 segments of works together and provide us the actual position of our where we are in the world. It doesn't matter where we are, but it always give us the actual and the accurate position of.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Myself Tajim Mahmood. Now I will explain how GPS works, starting with the broadcasting of the signals. Broadcasting of the signals refers the sending of the signals. Here, satellite in space send signals to Earth all the time. Since each satellite has their own accurate clock, they knows the exact time. The satellite sends 2 most important things. One is position and the time the signal was sent. The signal is so fast, which is equal to the speed of the light. However, mobile phone or any GPS receiver device receives this signal. Now let's move to the part which is named measuring the distance. The receiver checks the signal when it arrives and compare this time with the time inside the signal. The small difference between these 2 times shows how long the signal traveled, which can be calculated by a simple formula, which is distance is equals to speed multiplied by time. Since this speed is equal to the speed of the light, one can calculate the distance from the satellite. However, this process repeated for many satellites to get the exact result. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Abdullah Saif. Now I would like to talk about the most important part of this presentation, which is trilateration. It is a process through the satellite measure the exact location of an object. To complete this process, at least 3 satellites is needed. The first satellite provides us an imaginary location. For example, it can tell that you are 20 miles away from an object, but it cannot tell us the exact location. Then the second satellite is come. It sends its location to the first satellite and it makes an imaginary sphere. So the output location become more narrow. Then the third satellite comes. Then the third satellite can tell the exact 2 points location of the previous satellite. However, the GPS need an extra 4th satellite because the extra 4th satellite reduce the clock error and make a strong signal. Now move on to our next part, that which affect the GPS accuracy. Although GPS is very accurate, but there are some factors that affects the GPS accuracy. The first factor is atmospheric delay. Sometimes the satellite is too far from the Earth's surface. This could be a factor. Then the second is multi-fact factor. The signal sometimes deflect through the mountains, building, and many other objects. It weakens the signal. Then the clock drift. A tiny clock movement can make a huge difference because the signal travels through light speed. And then the lastly is satellite geometry. Thank you. That's all for my part.
Hello everyone, my name is Shumit Bishwas. Today I am going to discuss about the topic of GPS in everyday's life. In today's world, GPS serves as an essential backbone across numerical industries, such as in daily navigations. It helps drivers and pedestrians to find the fastest and safest routes, ensuring efficient transit in our daily life. In aviations, GPS provides pilots accurate flight navigations and aircraft positioning. In agriculture, it relies on modern technological farming using automated machine steering and field mapping, which helps to increase productivity and reduces waste. In maritime, GPS provides safe navigations and accurate positioning of ships at sea. Also, it plays a very vital role in emergency services by helping first responders to locate people quickly, and it saves valuable times and lives. So ultimately, we can say that GPS has become an essential technology that improves safety, accuracy, efficiency, and making our daily life more easier and connected. So thank you everyone.
Assalamu alaikum, I am Rifat. Now I would like to summarize the main points of our presentation on how GPS works. First of all, GPS is a free global navigation system that uses 24 to 32 satellites orbiting about 20,200 kilometers above from the Earth. These satellites are always sending signals, so GPS can be used anywhere of the world. Next, GPS has three main segments. One is the space segment, which includes 3 satellites, the control segment, which monitors and manages them, and user segments, which includes devices like our smartphones, cars, and GPS receivers. All 3 parts works together to provide accurate location information. After that, each satellite sends its position and the exact time when the signal is transmitted. The GPS receiver measures how long the signal takes to arrive, and from this the calculation of the distance to each satellite. Then, using signals from at least 4 satellites, the receiver finds our exact location. This process is called trilateration. It helps GPS to determine where we are with good accuracy. Finally, GPS is very accurate, and its performance can sometimes be affected by factors like atmospheric condition, signal reflection from buildings, and the position of satellites. So GPS has become an important part of our daily life. We use it for navigation, transportation, emergency services, and many other applications. This is from my part. Thank you.